Growing up with SpongeBob, I have played a number of his video games. Some of those games were freaking amazing. Other games were like mid to just plain bad. And I want to talk about the recent SpongeBob game that came out that I had the honor of playing on my PlayStation 5, SpongeBob SquarePants Titans of the Tide. Okay, if I'm to be honest, I did not think I was going to be as addicted to Titans of the Tide as I was. I mean, the story to it is really simple. Like, it's just a story of how the Flying Dutchman and King Neptune, they like clash over who has the most important role in living under the sea with SpongeBob and Bikini Bottom, and Spongebob and Patrick kind of have to work together to settle the differences between the Flying Dutchman and King Neptune. And all in all, it comes out to be a really fun story to play. The game opens up pretty simple. It's just like a usual open up of the Krusty Krab. And what's kind of a shocker though is that Mr. Krabs is actually having a sale on Krabby Patties. You know, like in like cartoons when he has a sale, it's like buy one, get one full price sale. But with this, it's like half off Krabby Patties. And so you play as SpongeBob at the beginning of the game. He is cleaning the Krusty Krab, getting ready for the customers. And I love that the original cast came back for this, especially like Clancy Brown. He actually came back for Mr. Krabs for this game. Roger Bumpus came back for Squidward. And Tom Kenny, bless his heart, like, he's been doing SpongeBob for so long, and at parts of this game, you can tell that his SpongeBob voice is still with him. But for the most part of the game, he is struggling, man. He is struggling to get that high-pitched voice that we all know and love. But it's still a really fun game. Although I will say the narrator, the French narrator voice that he does, that is like almost completely gone. So it's kind of sad to see that the voice of SpongeBob is going away. But it was still fun to play through as Tom Kenny voicing SpongeBob. So after you get the Krusty Krab all spick and span, all set up with inventory and setting the tables and things for the customers, we get this little cutscene of Squidward being trampled by a stampede, and we get this scene of like the customers all eating the Krabby Patties, and then the Flying Dutchman comes in, and they tell me he has to wait in line, and he's like, "Oh, still wait in line! I am the most feared person of Bikini Bottom! Why, it is unthinkable for me to wait in line!" And we get this cutscene, or like this time card of just like 40 minutes later. And it's him waiting in line. That's when King Neptune shows up, and they just get into a fight of who's being the most important. And this is when the main plot comes in, like during their fight. Like King Neptune makes the Flying Dutchman so angry, like he shoots out these ghost balls that ghostifies parts of Bikini Bottom, including SpongeBob. So yeah, we finally get the main point of the story going forward, like 5 minutes into the game, which is really nice. That's what I like about SpongeBob. It's the SpongeBob games. It gets really clear to the point really fast. So after the whole fight thing goes on at the Krusty Krab, we get the chance to play as Patrick Star, and I did like playing as Patrick in this game. It's really fun. Like, he has these new abilities through the game where he can like burrow in the sand, and it's kind of funny. Like, the further you stay in the sand, the different body parts will show up, like the top of his head or his butt. But I like the top of his head popping out as he goes through the sand, because it reminds me of Jaws, honestly. I thought it was pretty funny. The ghosts are fun to fight in this game. I do like going through the Bikini Bottom and hearing the residents. Like, there's a lot of callbacks to different episodes, which is pretty awesome. Like the whole Bikini Bottom has been ghostified thanks to the Flying Dutchman, but I do like fighting the ghosts because they're fun, especially the boss ghosts. Like the way that they're introduced into this is pretty fun. Like the very first boss ghost has these two anchors for hands that Patrick has to take out, and it's not like it's a boss ghost that'll just like do a one and done. They'll appear throughout the game, just not as bosses, but they're a pretty fun ghost. Anyway, after you beat that boss ghost, you're introduced to like this Krabby Patty balloon, which is actually really cool. It's like just a blimp in the shape of a Krabby Patty, and on top you have like these random customers that survived the incident at the Krusty Krab. You also have like these random people like Karen and Plankton are on there, Squidward's on there, Mr. Krabs is on there, and you can like kind of explore the inside of the Krabby blimp, which is really cool. Like you can go into the bathrooms, or if you want to. What I loved about it, a big aspect of it, was how like in the Cosmic Shop SpongeBob game, how you got to make Krabby Patties. You get to make Krabby Patties in this again, which is really fun. I enjoyed making Krabby Patties in this, especially since you really do feel like you're cooking hamburgers, because at first it starts out really slow cooking the hamburgers, and then it goes faster and faster. It's really fun. So the main goal is to stop the Flying Dutchman and King Neptune from fighting, and you just travel along with the Krusty Krab blimp. And you have, what I like is that it has this store that Pearl is like in charge of, and as you complete these different tasks through the game or collect these coins, you can buy these costumes from these characters, like from all these episodes. Like there's a skeleton SpongeBob, there's a cat SpongeBob, there's Patrick that when he dressed as SpongeBob from that one episode, Big Pink Loser, there's a costume for him in that. There's just all these different costumes for these different characters of SpongeBob and Patrick, as they had gone on throughout the season, the different costumes that they wore, you can choose to play as wearing in this game, which is pretty cool. A really cool aspect I love is that SpongeBob and Patrick, they can switch between going ghost between the two of them because of their BFF rings that was mentioned all the way back in I think it was the episode Secret Box that it was first mentioned. They have BFF rings, the Best Friends Forever Club. But if they touch those rings, they can switch between ghost and human form, between SpongeBob and Patrick, who's going to be the ghost or the human between them. It's a really cool concept. And it's cool how you go on through the game, how each of these characters have these different abilities that makes you progress through each level, and you have to time it just right in who's going to be the ghost or who's going to be in solid form to accomplish these certain tasks. Later in the game, you have to get really good at the timing in that, which can be frustrating, especially in like the Neptune's Palace area. That whole area is just like based on timing with color puzzles, and it's really hard. It can be really frustrating, but it's also really fun. Sadly, it's a really short game. It only has like 4 areas. It only has like Neptune's Palace, Atlantic City, Jellyfish Fields, and Bikini Bottom. But I do like that these 4 areas, there's like this, it's split up into different sections. Like Neptune's Palace, it has Atlantic City in it, and then you got like Bikini Bottom, and you go all the way through Bikini Bottom. You can like explore SpongeBob's house, you go into the cemetery. It's really cool. It's really cool how kind of diverse you get to see by Bikini Bottom, and it's a ghostified world in this game, which is pretty cool. Plus, I love exploring King Neptune's Palace in this game. There's this one part where you're walking through this hallway, and there's all these pictures of King Neptune And then there's this random picture of David Hasselhoff, which is pretty awesome. I love it because not only was he in the first SpongeBob movie.
Who are you?
I'm David Hasselhoff.
But he was also the main introduction for the video game. He sings the song "What Do You Do with the Flying Dutchman" for the presentation of Titans of the Tide before it actually came out for us. So that was cool that he had another appearance in this video game. I thought it was awesome. Aside from Bikini Bottom, probably my favorite area in this game to explore was Jellyfish Fields, because it's instead of being all happy springtime good feeling, it's just area just covered in winter, and it's fun just to explore Jellyfish Fields, like to play as Patrick or SpongeBob skating on the ice. You got SpongeBob just normally skating, but you got Patrick who he'll be doing these ballet flips or ballet spins. It's pretty fun. Plus, the boss in it is awesome. It's Hibernation Sandy. The boss fight for her is really fun too, because she keeps on making references to that one SpongeBob episode, Survival of the Idiots, and I love it because playing as Patrick has this ectoplasm power where he's kind of like Spider-Man. If there's an item that he needs, he can just shoot out this green ooze to it and bring it towards him. And the whole Hibernation Sandy boss fight, it feels like a wrestling match. It's a super fun fight. She keeps on calling him Dirty Dan and Pinhead Larry, and you switch between SpongeBob and Patrick to defeat her. It's a really fun boss fight.
You're gonna be wearing an iron lung when I'm through with you, Pinhead.
I do like that some random characters were added into this game, like Madame Cassandra, the main villain from semi-main villain from the Cosmic Shake. She is back into this game. I thought that was cool that she was brought back into this game. There's also references to other SpongeBob games, which is really cool, like how SpongeBob would use Karate Kick and Cosmic Shake to get through the film studio level. That was brought back into this game, which is really cool. And when you're on Goku Lagoon, you get to use this ghost surfboard. It's fun to switch between SpongeBob and Patrick using the ghost surfboard. But it's a really fun game. I really enjoyed it, especially the slides. Parts can be ghost time too. Some of the slide parts, they can be ghostified, so you gotta be careful when you're jumping over them. But what disappointed me about the slides is that there's no rock and roll music. Let's see, what was it? Battle for Bikini Bottom, when they were on the slides, he got that awesome guitar riff, that that's not in this. Instead, it's just this quiet music. It's kind of lame, honestly. So, the end of the game is that you go through a final stage where it's the ghostified Bikini Bottom, and SpongeBob and Patrick do find this golden spatula, which I love the callback to that one episode where SpongeBob ends up going against King Neptune in a Krabby Patty frying contest. That was awesome. And it just makes it so much easier to fight the ghosts. But the boss fight with King Neptune and the Flying Dutchman is really fun. Not only do the first half you take on the Flying Dutchman, then the second half you take on King Neptune, and then you fight them both together at the same time. And halfway through the fight they teleport you onto the slide, and then you reach them again, and then you beat them. And it ends with just the two of them bickering over who's gonna be the better cleaning up Bikini Bottom, and SpongeBob and Patrick are just laughing. And that's how it ends. Would I recommend Titans of the Tide? If you're a SpongeBob fan, you would definitely get the references in this game. So I would say if you're a die-hard SpongeBob fan, definitely go for this. Me personally, I probably would give it a 4 out of 5, just because I love the SpongeBob episodes of references in this, and I thought it was a pretty fun game. But if you're new to SpongeBob, if you've never heard of it before, only seen a couple episodes of the show in the past, you wouldn't like this game at all. But for me, I definitely give it a thumbs up. 4 out of 5. I thought it was pretty fun. Alright, that's all I got for you guys. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Take care.